2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet Nets. Checking out Brooklyn, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. Fellas, just like we were saying earlier, a lot of excitement has been built around this new season. So far, it has not disappointed. Your thoughts, Shaq, on things so far?
Well, for the teams that are losing, it's been a disappointment. But for the teams that are winning, it's now about maintaining that consistency. See if you can make it to the playoffs, how far you can go in the playoffs, and, hey, maybe you can win a championship.
Well, to me, the league is just getting more and more athletic. All the off-season training and all the nutrition and things, guys are more athletic. I don't know if they're better players, but they're much more athletic. And already we've seen some jaw-dropping highlights.
It's one of the busiest hubs in the world as the planes land and depart at LAX. And it's the Nets on a road trip for this one, an interconference game today, looking for the win. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. And that's certainly what we have in store for us today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Look at the Lakers. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games, even more critical to notch a win in this one.
Yeah, and they're in the middle of a tough stretch of games they've got coming up. I mean, they're excited about it, and it's going to serve as a real benchmark for them, finding out exactly where they stand in the league.
Yeah, and some top-tier opponents coming in, a chance to test themselves against the best our league has to offer. So those are the challenges that they face, but they have to approach those as opportunities.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Brook Lopez. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Young. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Roberson in at the shooting guard. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to.
Lopez a screen. The 19-foot shot. Knocked loose. Passes it to Jack. Young, a screen on Russell. And Jack, here we go. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That's on D'Angelo Russell. The Nets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Jarrett Jack. And Jack drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Russell dishes to Freak. At the elbow, Randall. Feeds to Freak. Pass to Randall. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. 6 to shoot. He kicks to Smith. Lopez with the steal. There's the pass to Roberson. From about 16, shots good from Young. Young's got his first points of the game.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
The pass to Freak. In the corner, Smith with it. Randall kicks to Yee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's deflected. Back dishes to Young. Jack with it. Now Smith defending. Back to Young. And it's Freak with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And he gets the bucket. Freak's got 5.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Young outside. battles through traffic. And lays it in. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Freak passes to Randall. To the paint. Here's Freak. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. Brooklyn trailing. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. With this being their first meeting of the year, he stressed to his team to rely on their instincts on the offensive end, saying, "We do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses and not forcing anything. As long as we can continue doing that here, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if that holds true, guys."
Thank you, Doris. So do you guys think their shooting will play as important a role as the coach made it sound?
It usually does. And for them to have that success shooting the basketball, I think it's going to be all about creating those high
movement off the ball and crisp passing. I mean, that's the way you get good looks. The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
Russell kicks to Freak. There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Robertson can't hit.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And a wide open look for Freak. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Boy, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
Lopez a screen. Tries from 16. Jack's shot is good.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
All right, Staples Center. Look who's coming out of the court. Come on and get loud for your Laker girls.
And check out the numbers for Randall. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
The Nets making a switch here. Spates checked in for Lopez. Andrew Nicholson comes in for Thaddeus Young. Damari Carroll's checked in for Hollis Jefferson, and it's Bogdanovich in for Andre Robertson. Now here is Jack. Really had an off game against the Pacers. Never really gotten to his rhythm.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Carroll for 3. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Allen. LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. 15 seconds left in the first. They set the pick. And there's the feed to Freak. And Ilyasova kicks to Clarkson. Good on the three-point shot. Clarkson's got 5.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it like a slippery ball.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing? And the Lakers with some changes. He's checked in, and Freak subbed in for Jody Meeks. And then for Brooklyn, Spencer Hawes is checked in for Spates. Young comes in for Andrew Nicholson. And it's Andre Robertson in for Damari Carroll. Freak in a 2-guard. Randall out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Calderon, and it's E in at the small forward position. That's the Laker 5.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Back to Calderon. He kicks it to E. There's Freak. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
Pause. Dishes to Jack. And he gets it to go. Jack's got 6. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Wolves put together a nice one. He had 20 points, and he did some work at the line, drawing a lot of fouls and knocking down the free throws. This game is just the latest performance in what has been a hot streak for him. Will he bring the fire tonight, guys?
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
1:15 left to play in the first half. Ilyasova passes to Freak.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Los Angeles.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Again, the miss by Jack.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Freak kicks to Calderon. Down low. Here's Hawes. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Lakers leading by 4. Freak dishes to Ilyasova. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Outside Jack. We got 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Pause. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
And it's Freak missing. And Jack, here we go. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Now just a 2-point Laker lead.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the road.
30.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Jarrett Jack is out there with Andre Robertson. Then it's Brooke Lopez. Then it's Young. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 spot.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
The second chance effort, and it's laid up and in by Young. Young's got 8 points.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And that one's good. Freak.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
Jack against Russell. Jack passes to Young. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Freak kicks to Russell. Randall with a screen for Russell. Dishes it to Freak. Pass to Smith. Deflects the pass. Outside Russell. Again, Russell missing.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face. And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Freak dishes to Russell. Kicks to Freak. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Oh, boy. Woo-hoo. Sweet move. Tough finish. What a play.
Now here is Jack. 8 points for him. To the middle. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Nets have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And 72%.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Randall, and Freak subbed in for Jody Meeks. And then for Brooklyn, Andrew Nicholson comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Bogdanovich in for Jarrett Jack. It's Allen on the wing. The dish to Freak. In the corner, Ilyasova with it. Clarkson up top. And the Lakers with another miss.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Bogdanovich. Off target from outside.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Out to the wing. Screen by Smith. It's tipped. It's stolen by Carroll. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. And Spates gets to go.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Now, Freak. He's got 20. 6 to shoot. Now, here's Clarkson. Tight defense on him. Banked in off the glass. Clarkson's got 4 this quarter. Nets trail by 4. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Nicholson with the bucket. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to Indiana.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Lakers on top, up 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. The Lakers in the lead. Freak in at shooting guard. He's out there with Russell. Allen is out there with Julius Randle. And it's E in at the 4-man position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Freak. Brooklyn with the rebound. Lopez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nets passing it around. And Jack, here we go. There's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Check out the game for Jack. He's got 8 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. That's checked in for Allen. And it's tied up with that one. Lakers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Russell kicks to Yee. He feeds it to Freak. Over in the corner, Randall. Randall, a screen on Jack. And Freak throws it down.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
No good from Jack.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Russell dishes to Freak. Good in this one.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got the chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach had to say to his team. He told his guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
Young with no one around. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Nets trail by 3. Pass to Carroll. For 3. That one goes. Count it.
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
And the basket is good. Got him to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
You know, one of the big stories has been the three ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And Jack, here we go. They get it back. Lopez. And a foul on the shot. Will go to the stripe for 2. Julius Randle picks one up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Boy, their struggles at the line this half really starting to haunt them. You just cannot afford to miss free throws. It's like skipping breakfast. At some point in time, it's going to come back to hurt you.
There's Freak.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending. That one, you're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Free throw good. Freak.
Complete domination. What a game for Freak. 28 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped them too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
And stolen by Russell. Here's Freak. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And it's a 9-point Laker lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
And again, another basket good from Freak. Freak's got 32 points in the game.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And Jack kicks to Lopez. Puts up the baby hook. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
Now here's Freak. Lopez covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Russell. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 13.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
It's this simple, guys. No rebounds, no rings. We need to dominate the glass. Biggs, get the ball off the rim.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Lakers coach as he addressed his team. He used the word patience several times in describing what he'd like to see from their offense. It's not a run-and-gun approach he wants from them. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And here's the Lakers. They're on an 18-7 run. And he gets it to go.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Russell against Jack. He dishes it to Lopez. And it's Brooklyn scoring again. .132 left here in the fourth quarter. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, it gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch their breath. You're right. And here's Freak. Pass to Smith. Feeds it to Eve. 4 on the clock. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Randall no good. Nets trail by 11. Right side Jack. Now the pass to Young. Lopez inside. He's against Smith. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. That free throw, no good. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them to within 10.
It's been a good night for Brook Lopez. He's got 8 points and the 1 steal.
Freak with it. There's 37 seconds left. To the right side. Here's E. Offline with his 3.
I think it's safe to say this baby's over.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. I'd say that's a really good assumption.
From deep three-point range, off on that one. And so the Lakers take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt, but give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show.